Hey, thanks for joining or clicking or stopping by or finding your way here by accident. This is Alone Against the Static. I actually played this last week. It was on YouTube only because I thought Twitch was broken, but looking back, it actually looks like that was fine. So I'm just gonna leave Twitch on, and if something's wrong with that video, I'll just delete it after if it lets me. So this is a choose your own adventure game. It's new concept game from Call of Cthulhu. Maybe not concept because it's officially published and won awards and stuff. But normally Call of Cthulhu is a tabletop role-playing game played with multiple people. One person would kind of act as the keeper, I think is what they call it, like the person in charge. Then you'll have the players. So usually it's a game for at least three. Um, Maybe can get by with two, but I guess really like 3 to 6 is probably what's recommended there. But Alone Against the Static is, as you can see on the side over there, a solo adventure. But when I played last week, I'll briefly summarize. If you want to go back to YouTube and watch that first video, you can. If not, I'll try to summarize it quickly. So there's two characters, and my mouse is not going to be visible on stream. But essentially, I'm playing as Alex. You have the choice to play as either one. I'm just going to hide that real quick. That is the... Oh, my hand's getting cut off. Um, so I went with Alex, and depending how this goes, I'll probably do a playthrough again with the other character, whose name I'm forgetting. Charlie. But essentially, it's the 1990s, and you're a married couple, who is having some kind of, I guess. Oh, actually, I think the book has something. I think I read this last time. Uh, Alex and Charlie believe that a secluded weekend getaway in the Dakota Black Hills is just what they need to reinvigorate their marriage, but older and darker things than broken hearts exist in the forgotten places of the world. Alone Against the Static is a modern era scenario designed for one player. Choose to play as Alex or Charlie and forge your own play through the story. Your choices decide their fate. So last time, essentially, you guys were, but you guys meaning the character I'm playing as Alex, and then Charlie, the other person who has some presence in the book. Were driving out to the cabin. Um, there's some conversation back and forth between you. Have some choices either to like see how he's feeling or different replies you can give that went to different options. But essentially, you get to the cabin. There's not all too much to do. Um, what else was there? What did we do? I think it was like made dinner, watched some movies, found like a weird movie that was like kind of like homemade movie type thing, like recorded. That actually had the um, brother and sister-in-law of Charlie, whose cabin is who we're staying at. But then while the night went on, the power went out. So using like a flashlight, kind of went around, did some things, and then it was kind of decided. There was also some kind of like weird staticky noise coming out of stuff. Hence, Alone Against the Static. And at one point, Charlie kind of said he'd take care of it the next day. Just kind of like whatever, go to sleep for now. So we went to sleep. By the time we woke up, Charlie was already gone. And we had some decisions to make there, but I believe I skipped breakfast and went on a hike. Went off the trail a little bit and came across a dilapidated building, which I ignored. And then went back home, showered, changed, ate. Um, some creepy guy like was on knocking on the door looking for Charlie's brother-in-law or sorry brother or sister-in-law, and mostly telling him, "Hey, you can't come in, but I can give them a message. I don't know where they are right now." And eventually they left. Well, we kind of kicked them out and told them to go. From there, this is nearing where I ended the stream last time, where I kind of like did like a little lockdown. Oh, actually, let me go over one more thing. The log sheet here, kind of as you do things, you'll kind of check off. what you've done. I actually realized I didn't save this last time, so I kind of went back to the other video and put the numbers back in. The red ones are like special occasions where you have to make like certain rolls, and then the green 181 is just where I stopped last time. I might go back and just read through a couple of those last modules. There were just a couple sentences just to kind of get us back in the mood of the game, get us back in the mindset of it. But essentially locked up all the doors and then went to sleep. And then I believe the power kicked back on, and that's where I decided to end last time. So let's jump back down to it. I'm going to start from 178. Or 176, they're right next to each other. Yeah, so I set the sandwich aside and swallow. This is a walk to the door and flashlight guiding your way. Hello. Oh, right. At 142, I was like in bed and I heard a knocking noise on the door. So the choices I think were to ignore it and go back to sleep or get up and investigate it a little bit. I feel like considering this is a horror themed game, obviously you ignore the random sounds. But I was trying to ignore that and just kind of felt like if I was trying to sleep and there was some sounds that I thought was knocking, I probably want to try to figure out what that is, because I mean, if something's trying to get in, it might be worse if I don't know what it is versus something I can at least know. I don't know. Like, you might interpret that different ways. If you ignore it, it might be worse that it gets its way in, and it's something worse if you go to check, nothing there. But I tried not to make that decision with that thought process, I think. But it's on video. It's in YouTube, and hopefully this will be on YouTube and Twitch this week. So what do I have? I opened the door of darkness, and I think the sanity roll. I think I succeeded, and I didn't lose sanity. I didn't have lumberjack, so I had the choice. And I think I chose to linger a moment longer. I think part of my decision was I just wanted the lower number. Oh, right. And I had to make another. Does that 2 back-to-back sanity rolls? Yeah, I think I lost one of them. Let's find out. Well, my sanity was back to 50. I guess I made both rolls as a success because I remember I healed sanity. I was at 49 and healed back up to 50. I guess I made both of these if I succeed. Yeah, it says if you succeed, go to 180, so I must have succeeded. Coldness, nothing here. Go back inside, which was 181, and that's where I ended. So you close the door. You didn't realize how cold it was until the slight warmth of the cabin returns. You go back to the kitchen and sit dejectedly before what is left of your sandwich. Later, you follow the flashlight back to the bed and get under the covers, rubbing your arms and legs to stay warm. Upon the cabin at the foot of the bed, the television turns on. The power's back. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I figured if I was going to go to sleep or the power came back on, that's where I stopped. Those seems like good stopping points. So if the TV clicked back on by itself, it just says the television turns back on, but I'm going to bed, right? Back to bed and under the covers. Yeah, I'm already in the covers. There's no reason to turn lights on if it's nighttime and I'm going to sleep. So I think I am actually going to inspect the television. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure that the book was actually visible to you guys this time. Last time, for like the last 5-10 minutes of the stream, I just fully forgot to click the book back after those haunt rolls. Television. I also feel like, to metagame a bit, inspecting the television feels like the wrong choice, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm not turning on lights if I'm about to go to sleep. You hurry over to the television, you hit the power button, nothing changes. The screen remains tuned to the VCR, displaying slightly illuminated black. It's quiet. The VCR is purring. The TV is dim. Depending on your choices, you may return to this entry several times. Select an option you have not already chosen. If the quiet in the evening is checked, you must go here. I do not have the quiet in the evening. If the couple who came to the cabin, go to 196. Do not have that. To play the tape from last night, go to 208. To leave the TV alone, go to 223. Well, I felt like the tape from last night which now is a week ago for me, was the one that caused the static and the pain. So I feel like there'd be no reason to put that tape back on. So I'm going to go to 223, and I'm going to mark this. Does yellow show up on stream okay for you guys? What does that look like? Oh, well, yeah, it would help if I unhighlighted it. Oh. How bad does that look? That doesn't look bad, but doesn't look great. I'll go orange, it's a little darker. That looks too much like red. What are my other choices? What are some colors that exist? Green, red. Green and red I'm using for other stuff. Yellow, orange aren't that great. I guess blue. Yeah, that looks enough like a different color. That's just reference. I've been here before and it says not to make another choice. But there's no haunt roll. I mean, I guess depending on your choices, you may return to this entry several times. So maybe I could mark it red, because that was kind of what I was using red for, but I feel like red is... Let me check what 176 said. Sorry, I'm butchering this beginning of this video. Make note of this entry number. You may need to return to it. You may need to return to it. Depending on your choices, you may return. It's different. It's not sanity roll related, so... Yeah, 184, 185 are all here. Man, what did I do? 181? Just turn on the lights. Yeah, I'm not turning on lights. Okay, 223. Oh no, 186 was supposed to be blue. I just fully skipped a number. I don't even know how to count, do I? That should be blue. Now back to black. Okay, sorry about that little detour. Okay, whatever that was. And I'm trying to like jump using the scroll because I don't want to accidentally read too much. What do you guys have? The character sheet. That okay. You turn away from the television set and cross over to the bed. You sit down and try to avoid looking at it. You hear it humming ever so softly. Head to sleep, go to 255. To step out on the porch and look one last time for the return of your partner, go to 224. I mean, similar logic to before. If I'm already in bed, it kind of feels like it's chosen like, hey, I'm going to sleep. So, I'm going to... If only I remember what the note that he left said. I think the note said be back later, and if it's already this late in the day, that is kind of concerning. Yeah, but I don't think it makes sense to, go outside again and look for the partner. Like, we were just outside before, we didn't hear anything, and this has been, what, like, 2 minutes later, and the lights are back on, so maybe he did something with the breaker when he was doing stuff. Maybe he is here? But no, I'm gonna do the head to sleep. Are you kidding me? These were clickable this whole time? Oh, well, thanks Adobe or whoever made this PDF. Was that from 223? Yeah, okay. Well, that's very helpful. Gotta just make a new little text thing, text box. Can I move this in? Alright. So I'm going to 255. You crawl into the covers without bothering to get changed. Oh, I thought we did change. Well, I think we showered and put on, like, sweatpants, not actually bedclothes. Alright. Maybe I would have changed my mind if I remembered that. At least here it is warm. You set the flashlight by the side of the bed and switch it off. Then you curl up around your pillow, listening to the sound of the wind outside, and wait to fall asleep. If lockdown is checked on the sheet, you must go to 256. Oh. Alright, well, I think I do have lockdown, because I went... Yep, I got lockdown. It's, over here, kind of near the 120 and the 181 on the log sheet, which is the piece all the way up here. It's there. So lockdown at 2:56. A thump at the cabin door startles you awake. You hadn't been asleep long. You fumble for the flashlight and switch it on. You draw the light into the cabin door. It sits there, still locked just as you left it. The door suddenly shudders with another violent bang. You hear a hoarse grunt just before the impact. So I am picturing like the animal horse, but it does have the A in it, so it's more, I guess, like raspy voiced. Someone's on the other side. A man, by the sounds of it, is yelling. Incomprehensibly, he is pounding against the door again and again. It shudders under his weight. The door frame is slowly beginning to split. Oh, interesting. Brace the door. Find something to defend myself with. Hide or call out to them. I feel like those are kind of bad choices, because realistically, half of those I can do. Like, you could do half of those at the same time. I mean, you wouldn't call out to someone while hiding, but like you can go to hide and grab something to defend yourself on the way. Maybe make the argument that like, no, you have to prioritize the hiding spot. You don't have time for both. But you can definitely find something to defend yourself with while going to brace the door. Call out to them on your way. Like the only one you really can't do is, no, you can kind of do all these at the same time. It just doesn't really make sense to hide and call out at the same time. Yeah, I'm definitely not calling out, so there's no reason to yell. I don't want to hide. Do I want to hide? She had that scary dude before. I would probably assume it's that weird guy from before coming back, so I think I'm going to find something to defend myself with. I'm going to go to 241. You search around for anything to defend yourself with. If in case of emergency... also, these are in alphabetical order. I'm checking the log sheet, which is in the top, above my head, all the way at the top. Razor sharp or close to hand. Close to hand, razor sharp. Whew, excuse me. None of those are checked. To improvise and grab the closest thing, go to 245. Which is not clickable. Oh, same page. Okay, it knows it's the same page. There's got to be something here you can use. Your eyes snap between unpacked vegetables, abandoned videotapes, and neatly folded linen. Make a spot hidden roll. Oh yeah, first roll of the day. Alright. Actually, maybe I should do this the other way around. This way I can't accidentally forget to have the book visible. What am I doing? Spot hidden roll. I'm just going to roll first and then check the things later. I forgot what it is. So that's 69. I'm pretty sure that is a failure. Does it give me the number? No, it's just my own skill I have to use. Where's my character sheet? Spot hidden, 35. Oh, I failed a lot. Almost double my number. What do we got? So I fail. Go to 251. Oh, yeah, let me log those numbers. 245 and 251. How can there be nothing in this cabin you can use as a weapon? You dash back and forth but fail to lay your hands on anything remotely useful. Go to 252. You're out of time. The cabin door splinters open. A burly figure darts through and charges in a direction. In a panic, you drop your flashlight and it skids across the cabin floor. You drop and try to grab it, but you're too slow. In the darkness, you feel a stranger's hands grasp around you. His grip is like iron. You hear him grunting, sing-song moaning, and in demented elephant or... like some demented elephant or horse. He's trying to drag you out of the cabin. I mean, who the fuck would succumb to that? Pardon my French. Oh, actually, I have to stop.